I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Well, ladies and gentlemen, do we sound good? Look good? Feel good? Excellent. Let's do this thing. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Tim, and welcome to the Saturday night stream. It's a very special Saturday night. Tonight, we're finishing this game. I am so filled with dread and excitement for what's going to come over the next couple of hours. I apologize for starting late. I kind of had a little bit of stomach problems with something I ate earlier. Hopefully, I'm feeling a little bit better now. I got some good electrolyte stuff to kind of keep me going here tonight because we cannot miss this. We can't miss this, you guys. We can't. Because I can't. Oh, God. And so, hopefully tonight we'll be able to get all the way through the rest of this game. I believe that we have left ourselves with just enough content to do that we can still make it tonight. Let's do this thing. Before we go any farther, there is one thing that we must see in order to make the rest of this game make sense. We were talking about it in a bit in the chat before we started. But it's time to see that scene that we started so very, very long ago with that crossbow duel at that good old Mexican standoff. Because we now know who else to shoot. Good old. Actually, I'm going to go back to the actual words. Because I want to type it in again. Just to stretch that little bit out as long as we can.
Hey, we aren't getting anywhere like this.
No, we're not, are we?
If just one more person dies.
You'll have enough codes to get out?
One more person. One more. Just one more.
So we learned something last time we were here. We learned that this young man right here is not in fact named Q. His name is Sean. But that's not who we're going to shoot here. No, we are going to shoot the other gentleman in the room. The real man. Delta.
I'm really sorry.
Now what's that voice, you may wonder? As it turns out, this game too is responsible for breaking multiple
Out
of the detective
all your
laws.
choices, you kill him?
Addendum Forska.
And it turns out there has been somebody else here the entire time.
Destiny.
And he dies. Perspective end. Now, you may notice, in that situation, we were looking up at them. All things ended when that person died. The slight intonation being that perhaps we may be that person. I was kind of hoping it would show a little bit more, though. Damn. In any case, that gives us our second non-canon ending. Like the first here, Happy Birthday for Sean, where he ends up inside of the machine. And now that we know there is, in fact, 10 people inside of this nonary game, not 9, everything else we'll see tonight will make just a little bit more sense. Let's continue on, shall we? Q. Appropriate, is it not, for what we just learned? Wow. Straight blasted him a new one, huh? I remember now where we picked up on.
Why? Why?
Shut up! He was trying to make me look the fool.
Trust me, you do that well enough on your own, Eric.
Shoot! Looks like he figured wrong.
No!
Yeah, blew him right square away.
Hey, cut that out, Eric. No. I won't stop. Not until you're all dead.
Why?
Didn't I say already? Because one of us is the one who killed Mira.
So then why wouldn't you just turn the gun on yourself? Well, I guess you kill everybody else and then kill yourself.
It's you, isn't it?
Sure, shoot the
I
robot.
told you,
There's
it's not.
literally
You're
hundreds
gonna
of them.
have to prove it.
Proof? I don't have any.
Then I'm killing you.
Wow.
Wait!
Eric!
Please wait! I know. Maybe.
I know how he's gonna prove he didn't do it. Do I have the thing? Shit.
Maybe
Shit.
what?
Shit.
Maybe if I take this helmet off, I think you'll understand then.
So, your face will prove your innocence?
Come on, helmet code. Come on, helmet code. Where are you at, baby?
Take it off.
No, that's jam minus odds equals. That's not gonna help.
The number for this is. I think it's.
Oh boy. Guess who is not prepared? Guess who is not prepared? Coming to a stream tonight, totally unprepared. Oh, goodness gracious. The good news is I know exactly where to find this. Excuse me. Okay, good. We are good to go. The helmet code was, of course. Dan, you were actually really close. Like, really, really close, if not dead on. Yeah, you were really, really super close. Okay, now we're all good. And in fact, Eric cannot believe his eyes.
Serious?
Because when you take off the boy's helmet, there is nothing underneath.
No! Yeah. I'm
You're a robot.
not human.
So it literally couldn't have been him. Now, I wonder if you, like, plug his neck into something, and then his lifeless body's just sitting there like a USB thing.
That makes you even more suspicious.
No, it's because I'm not human that I can't be.
What?
do you mean?
What? 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 Crank, crank, crank. And there's those teleportation cards. The sun, as it turns out. And he doesn't bleed. If you cut him, he does not bleed. He
My
bleeds white blood.
It's white, not red.
So what is that? I mean,
What?
what the fuck does that mean?
Remember how
She
Mira
was-
had some skin?
Oh,
and red
right.
nails?
That's right. She did have some skin detritus. And also, you know,
Well, I guess you wouldn't because of the
throttling
metal
wounds around her
loss,
neck, but that was a lesser detail.
No, you're right. When I tried to revive Mira, I took a look at her.
Yeah, I bet you did. Creep.
Then you realized.
So it's just going to be the man and the robot left.
Is that of the killer?
Wait.
Before
So wait,
Mira
we should
died,
check everybody
I think
for
she did her best to resist.
scrapes and scars. Right?
See. I suppose you're right then. You didn't kill her. But no. It doesn't change the fact that you existing is suspicious. I mean, come on. Why is a robot here?
I hate you, Sean. I hate you, or Eric. I hate you, Eric. I hate you, Eric. I hate you, Eric. I hate you, Eric, most of all. Like, we thought Dio was bad. Eric is just a terrible character.
What the?
Zero created me so I could support him in this game.
Uh-huh. You are his little Koompa Loompa.
I knew it!
And blast.
Wait, Eric! Out of my way! I'm gonna kill him!
Please,
Uh-oh.
just calm down, Eric.
Shut up!
Siggy gonna...
If what he said is true,
Siggy gonna throw
then
himself
he
away?
would be able to tell us who Zero is.
Oh. Because we know now. Between the fact that we have seen an old man running everything, speaking Latin, and the ending we just saw,
Do you?
we know enough now to know who Zero really is.
Fine. If you know, then tell me right now who the
If you
real
put those
Zero
two
is.
simple facts together, the only
What's the name of
person
bastard
the
who
Zero
locked
of
us
this
up
game could
and
be
forced us to take part in this
is Delta,
messed up game.
the love child that was conceived right here in this very nonary game.
Zero's name is...
But because I want to see what happens if we get it wrong, I'm going to put in... His name is Titties. The real winner of this game is, of course, Titties. I could have put in Eric. Eric would have been really good to do it.
Run
Also,
in your
Super.
goddamn mouth.
Wow! Blew his ass away. But let's see if it was yep, okay. It was super effective. Well, they're the only things that have been present in all three games. Besides Junpei and Akane. Yeah.
Through it. I'll just kill all of you.
Whoa! And there he goes. 2, 3. One more? One final? Nope. You gonna do the dog too?
I'm coming to you, Mira.
Oh God! Whoa! Well, that's the end of the game. Thanks for coming, everybody. Bye-bye. Oh, goodness gracious. And yes, you're absolutely right, Supa. If you picked up on that little fact, you should have noticed that there should have been only 2 blasts that were fired there. One for Siggy and one for Diana. But he did shoot 3 times. But that's not all of that scene, of course. There is actually a right way to do it. So let's go back and get that one. I also need to get this ending here as well. Just because I can't finish this game and not have an incomplete square on the map. I can't do it. I can't do it. It will bug me for the rest of my life. Uh, 8675309 1. Oh, I guess you just hit back. I was like, wait, aren't you supposed to enter a wrong code? No. Me too, Quiet. I'm really surprised you didn't just go ahead and kill the dog for the sake of completion, because I still want to know whether that dog is a robot. Like, is Gab real, or is Gab a part of this whole thing too? And I believe that Gab is, because we saw Gab in that same room with Zero, and blew him away. Great. Or boobies. Also a great suggestion, Dan. And is this gonna be roughly the same thing where he ends up killing everybody and himself too? Screw it. I'm just gonna kill all of you!
God.
You killed the boy. And this would be your like 18,000th hint. Excuse me. That Sean wasn't a real boy, because you've literally got Carlos, who's in a pool of blood, and the boy who is not. Nope. Do not return the title. I mean, yeah, sure. I guess that's true. The dog is seen eating. So I guess he is at least a real dog. But I don't know. I don't know. My apologies. So now we know for real. For real this time. That the man behind all of this, in fact, is the one, the only, Man Delta.
Zero? The real Zero is?
Him.
You, Delta.
And he's pointing straight at the camera.
Delta?
I've heard that name before.
Yeah, I'll bet you have.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I'll bet you have,
Yeah.
boy.
You guys wouldn't know. Because you transported into this history.
But the yous that were left
Would you
behind.
stop yapping, Sean? This old man's name is Q.
No, it's not.
That's right.
Sean's name is, well, Q's
That's
name
what
is
he was
Sean.
called at decom.
Yeah, I called him that. And Mira, she always called this man Q, too.
Then
Mira knows something else as well. And we stand up for the first time this entire game. Hi, Delta. Or should I say, Q. Nice to meet you.
stood. This guy totally stood.
It's a miracle!
You're
Ah!
completely correct, Sean. My real name is Delta.
Mm-hmm.
He spoke.
I thought you were supposed to be deaf.
And dumb and blind? Oh, no, sir.
Okay.
In fact, we are very,
we are.
very mentally
All of
acute.
you will be living together here in the decom facility.
The old man in the wheelchair too?
Yep, him too.
Uh-huh. His name is Q. It should be obvious, but he can't walk. What's more, he can't see or hear either.
He can't hear.
Nope.
But then why?
Strangers living together on Mars for an extended period of time? What kind of problems would that bring? How would the subjects figure out solutions to the resulting troublesome situations?
Yes, it
According to
is
the
super.
decom staff, that's what
Interestingly
the experiments
enough
tried to
now,
determine.
this should be a good time to go back and see a lot of these early game cutscenes where they reference Q a lot more. You'll notice, after we split from the rest of the teams,
So,
the name Q
you're
really
saying-
isn't mentioned all that much because Mira and Eric never really have a reason to reference the old man. In fact, they, whoa, purple eyes. That's weird.
This is...
It's a
There are a large variety
pair of computer
security
glasses.
cameras in place throughout the shelter. A feed of all the footage is fed in. And they all...
So he's been able to monitor this whole game
So
from those
you used that to
specs.
spy on us the whole time.
But yeah,
Yes,
if you notice, Mira and Sean, or Mira and Eric,
It is
always referred
limited
to
those
the boy
histories
as
where I am
the kid.
alive.
Never by Q. Never
Histories.
by name. Because he isn't Q. Delta is.
Hey, Sigma, go take off his clothes.
Oh, Eric! Too far, man. Too far. Too
Hurry
far.
and do it.
Why you want to strip
There
this old
is
man
no
down?
need. This is
Oh.
what you wanted to see, correct?
Wow.
You bastard!
He's the one that killed Mira.
Hold on, don't do it, Eric!
If you shoot, we won't be able to ask him anything.
He doesn't care. He doesn't want answers. He wants revenge.
So, was it you who killed Junpei too?
Probably.
No. Mira was the one who did that.
What? Really?
What?
She was, in a sense, a collaborator. She
Because she also knew
necessary
Q's name.
element of my plan. But it wasn't that I gave her a specific set of
Yeah,
orders.
it's that he set a serial killer
Simply let her
loose,
roam free and do as she pleased.
and in one timeline, she ended up
I
finding
did
Junpei
exempt her from the drug injection.
and killing him. Wow, really?
Why? Why'd you kill Mira?
Because we couldn't have her run around.
Killer.
The Heart Ripper.
Many innocent people lost
Wait.
their lives
Wait.
because of what she's done.
Wait a minute. Stop. Stop everything. Stop the fucking presses. Something just hit me about this whole story. Remember why this whole thing starts? It's because Mira kills a lady in a path when she came across a snail and decided to take a different way home. That lady, it's kind of inferred, might be Zero's mom. Zero is Delta. Zero's mom is Diana. Diana's very much alive here. Oh, you're right. It was Eric's mom. My apologies. Okay. I just wanted to clear that up before we moved on because I was like, wait, that doesn't make any goddamn sense.
Her
Cool.
due
Now we're tracking.
What are you talking about? Stop bullshitting me!
It's the truth. In another history, you and Diana and Sigma were all murdered by her.
Mm-hmm.
Shut up! You're just making shit up! I will never believe you!
Wow.
There's no
Let that
way
anguish go towards
my
the sky.
angelic Mira would ever...
And of course, he's not an Esper.
No, Eric! Don't
So he would have
shoot!
no way of like seeing
We
these
haven't
alternate
asked him
timelines.
everything yet.
Shut up! I don't care! The X
Seriously,
door will
somebody just
never
knock him
open
the fuck out.
again.
Will somebody
It'll
seriously
open.
knock him the fuck out right now?
course it
Or at
will.
least take the shotgun? He's given you like 5 opportunities.
So, should we ask him how?
It's possible.
Right. The
Zero?
old man.
Do you
Delta.
know of a different way out of here? Are we in fact stuck here forever?
I see. I get it now.
We need this boy. I mean, Sean. He needs to get direct access to the central control computer. Is that right?
Something like
But-
that. But that would mean plugging himself in there.
To connect to it directly, I need to extend a cable from my neck and plug it into the console jack that's inside. But,
Mm-hmm.
well,
It looks like the cover is shut.
yeah. We would need to open this first.
What's the code?
Code?
Don't play dumb. The code to open the damn cover.
You should know. Why don't you know?
It's 3808-0832.
There we go. And we know that we knew it already, so we would have been able to put it in.
Now we just need to extend the cord and connect it.
Noble, I'm guessing maybe a speaker coming from somewhere. Maybe from his
Okay.
chest
It's ready.
or the head.
Just wait a sec. I'll open the exit.
Oh! What the fuck exploded?
Why?
No, no, I
What the fuck, Eric? Eric!
I have no more use for this history. There's only
Delta?
one thing left to do.
No, wait! Don't!
I have no more use for this history. He had no reason to let these versions of these people escape. Except Diana. Mother. Oh, he got to say bye to his mommy. He did, Juno, and we'll get to that in a second. That was really fucking weird, and the first time we've ever seen anything like that. But this, ladies and gentlemen, is another official ending. The Q end. Number 2. Cool. All sections cleared there. And let's save that bitch. Ta-da! So now we've gotten both of the green endings. I'm wondering if we'll find another, maybe our first red? I'm not sure. He could be a mama's boy. That would be really, really funny. I believe we have one more scene here with with Carlos's team. Let's go ahead and check that bad boy out. Under the forbidden moon, where we shouldn't be able to see. The what now? The apocalypse? That's not good.
Carlos isn't coming.
Wait, what? What is he doing? He promised he'd come. Maybe he's...
Don't say it.
Oh, it's possible that he's
I'm going
dead.
to go check in the lounge.
It's very, very possible that he is super dead.
Wait, this is Ward D?
And a timeline where Diana, or excuse me,
What the
Mira
hell
wasn't
is-
allowed to go around and kill. This is Ward D? No, it's not. It's a different ward because it's all the same ward.
What happened?
This is where the bomb went off.
Oh, I better get Akane.
Yes, 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 it is Harwood. This is the rest of the VLR timeline. Oh my god, this is the end of the VLR timeline.
Exploded?
Because Mira injected Vi with,
Who'd do that?
excuse me, Phi with the, Rad 6. And she was like, 6 million people will die.
Unauthorized escape.
Do you
Authorized
get
escape?
it? D-Team set
Ah.
the bomb.
And that's how the ceiling collapsed in that room. But why is it now completely buried in sand?
That's not, that's,
The ceiling probably gave
really
in
big
a little
sand.
while after they escaped.
yes, this is the one where
Jesus.
Sigma's arms blew up and everything.
The history where I'm alive and you are dead. Seems you found your way here safely.
Zero.
There's a timeline where I'm alive and you are dead.
Information.
So, that's not the first time that we've heard that.
A history
And knowing what we know now about Zero, I wonder if there would be a way to figure out in those scenes that he is referencing.
No.
would the old man have been killed by whatever team-killing conundrum the first Rad 6 patients have escaped?
Unavoidable now. The virus is spreading all over the world.
That's a damn lie. It has to be.
Nope. It is not a lie at all.
Free the Soul's plan is progressing smoothly.
There's that name again.
You're that cult's.
Correct. I am the founder of Free the Soul.
So Delta is brother
Brother,
as well.
You bastard! Thanks to your shitty dream, 6 billion people will...
don't be mistaken. If we do nothing now and let time pass, an even worse future awaits.
Delta, Zero, and brother are all the same person.
Will trigger a nuclear war with the terrorist attack. 8 billion. All of mankind will perish.
Except for those of us who end up on the moon.
Its identity is unknown. Therefore, I decided to kill 6 billion people.
Why?
By doing so, I will have a 75% chance that they are among the virus's casualties. To tell the truth, history has proven me right.
Yeah.
So,
Because
kill one person.
Sigma and Phi end up right the fuck back here to fix everything.
2 billion people.
And that's how you used Radical 6.
You don't believe that's the ethical choice?
Better than all of humanity dying,
Of course
right?
I don't.
Is that all you think human lives are worth? Do you feel nothing as you kill off a whole bunch of innocent people?
But that's just a way of life. Sinner or innocent, people will die or be killed in an unjust manner.
Life is unfair.
Like your parents, Akane Kurashige.
What are you talking about?
Your father was sentenced to death for a crime he didn't commit.
That's a new wrinkle.
Your mother killed herself.
No, that's wrong. My parents were involved in an accident.
You were likely told that, but it is a lie. What I shared just now is the truth.
And we're supposed to
No.
believe you...
Think about it.
Why?
If your father hadn't been falsely accused, how different your life would have been. You'd never have been involved in that child abduction case 10 years ago.
Oh, wow, Queen.
Clearly,
Oh, wow.
would not have happened either. And of course, Junpei. The path you walked during your life would have been completely different too. The smallest things have a drastic effect on a person's life. As I said, that's just the way it is.
But that
And
doesn't
sometimes
mean
life is
that you have
unfair.
free reign to just
So that means
mess
going
with the
back and
lives
back
of
and back
people
further
like
up this
Only God
tangled
decides
route that
who
is
lives and
the
who dies.
timeline. They should have the power to go even further back
Very well.
and fix that. But
You, of course, see the clothing laying on the bar counter.
your god is naked?
The evening
Oh.
of April 12, 2029. Wear those and take part in our ceremony.
It's the
There,
robes.
I shall tell you the secrets of the world.
There's no way I'd ever go.
No, you will most definitely come.
Yeah, she does.
Well,
And we saw that.
if you manage to escape the shelter.
You're right, Harwood. We saw that in
I'll
VLR.
get out soon.
Of course we will. Diana's bringing back a rescue team.
Do they even have any reason to believe that the two of you are alive? If there is no rescue, then the remainder of your lives will carry out at this sacred site.
Sacred site?
This is the sacred site where the birth of Brother, founder of Free the Soul.
As we know. As we know.
Saying you were born here?
Because Siggy and Diana got it on, baby. Right here.
The moment we were born, we were transferred
in
to the
decom.
past via the transport
That decom.
back to April 1904.
Mm-hmm.
1904?
And this would be why he's able to be an old man
We?
here.
Yes,
Do you mean your little brother?
it's true. I had a younger brother, but we were not related by blood.
I see.
He was the son of the couple who raised me.
Gotcha.
Then
Let me clarify. My we is referring to my younger sister. You know this person very well.
Yes, we do. She was infected with Radical 6. Oh my god!
It appears I've spoken too long.
So, brother,
Party of something very
Delta,
important.
ends up
The
having
sound
his own
of the
sister
Pandora's box.
be the vessel
We'll have
to save 2 billion people,
these words
to release Radical 6 into the world.
come in handy someday.
That was his sister.
ODA?
It's Latin. Live for today.
Just when I thought this game had no other surprises. Is it though, Harwood? Because he could have just let her be killed amongst the 8 billion like everyone else.
I wonder what's happened to Carlos.
Maybe he won't be coming.
Why would you say that?
Maybe nobody's going to come to save us. Like Zero said, Diana and the others probably don't know we're alive in here. It'll just be us two.
You know,
in
you're
this
right, Dan.
place
That forced
forever.
quit box is in surprisingly good detail
No.
to be just a background element right
I
now.
think there's someone else. Or maybe more like something.
What? Cab?
Gab!
Hi, Pooch. Is this the one where Junpei and Akane end up boning down and
I'm
making
glad you're
another
safe.
prophetical
Hey,
kid that gets sent
look,
into the future?
Isn't there something in his collar?
This is
Another doily.
anagram.
Oh, yeah, that's when you rearrange the letters of a word or phrase.
But we need to know the sentence to work from.
The original sentence, huh? Oh, hey, Akane,
What
do
a
you
curious
remember the Ward C Lounge?
hate.
Yes,
What did it say
Oozes
on the wall?
calamity.
I think it was.
Let the game end
where I treat two.
Can we make any other phrases using all the letters from that?
Akane is pretty good at anagrams from history. So maybe she'll just figure it out for me.
It's not perfect, but together with me, we are 10. But if that's what it is, there are leftover letters.
How many?
5 extra letters.
Together?
L-D-A-E-T.
Together with
The
me,
thing is,
Delta.
I don't know what word I could
They are
make
10
out of
people.
them.
But what could "together with me, we are 10" mean?
It could be saying, if you're with me, then there are 10 of us.
10?
I mean, there are plenty of other ways to read.
Wow.
Where are
This
you
fucking
going,
game.
Junpei?
Where is he going? What would 10 people or 10 have a meaning here?
Hey, why isn't Q on this board?
Why?
Oh.
Well, because he's not dead.
Wait,
That's an excellent
he's still
question.
alive?
I think so.
And Sean would never, ever, ever appear on the
Q
board.
is alive.
Oh my god, that's how we would be able to
We are
tell
10.
all the scenes where Q isn't shown on that board, the old man, Delta, is still alive in that history. What? That's a big old explosion. Almost like a breach. From the outside. Oh my god, the rescue squad! Is it? No. Come on.
About the wait.
Carlos!
Well, I guess I was the one who waited. I promise.
It's your boy Carlos! Come to the fucking rescue! I knew he would be the hero in the end. You better believe it.
Hey,
Our dashing hero,
I'm here to save you.
Zach Morris, here to save the day. So it sounds like they might have gotten Fee to the hospital just in time to be infecting the rest of the world. And Virtue's last reward is going to play out exactly as anticipated. Akane escapes long enough to be able to make it to the ceremony. Junpei escapes long enough to be able to be one of the 2 billion people that survives. And ends up being a scavenger on the moon for the rest of his days. Until he adopts a little boy. And ends up in 2075 with the rest of our merry misfits. And that's the end. At least another one of the endings. Wait. There's more.
So, let me get this straight. You shifted to the history where you pushed the yellow button.
Yep.
I can't leave with you guys.
Huh?
I made a promise in another history that I'd definitely save you two.
Mm-hmm. And he jumped to that history.
Then you went back in time 10 months by activating the unused transporter?
So you guys would be able to transport to this history. I needed 10 months to charge the device again after I used it.
And then you just waited for a long time.
That's
Look,
right.
time travel sometimes has a little bit of downtime, okay?
Stopping Zero's plan?
If I did that, then I couldn't have met you guys, right?
Yeah, this whole thing would never have come around. Paradox type deal. Duh.
That was one
Akane.
hell of a thing you did.
Huh?
Do you know what happened because of you? Mira and Eric died.
Oh, yeah.
Sigma lost his arms and an eye, and he's in the hospital.
Don't worry.
It's not all.
Not a huge loss. Not a
Zero
huge loss
said
at all.
The first Radical 6 patients have left.
He did use the plural, and I thought
too
Phi
late.
was the only one that was
You
injected.
can't stop the spread of the virus.
No, you can't.
What happened today is going to result in 6 billion people.
Hey, Jameis. Welcome. Yeah, big damn hero, aren't you, Carlos? But it's better than 8
This
billion people, which is what
is
would have
the
happened
end.
if you hadn't have rescued them. So
I have
don't
to start
worry.
over from the beginning.
Start.
She does. This
We'll
is where the
start
journey
now
begins.
And spend the
For
next
45 years
preparing
To
for my
plan Virtue's last reward.
You have a plan?
In 45 years, I'm going to call Sigma and Phi's consciousnesses to the future.
Yep.
We must do it, or we can't save all those people.
So this is the ending that has to happen before we can
I'll
see
help
the
you,
ending where we
Akane.
fix it all.
Let me join Crash Keys, or whatever you're calling it.
It's definitely going to be Crash Keys.
I can't do that.
Why?
I'm going to need you to forget everything you know, Junpei.
What?
I'm really sorry.
Is this going to explain why Tenmayoshi is Tenmayoshi and not Junpei?
Hey, Akane!
That's the back of the bracelet. She slapped him with the back of the fucking bracelet.
You can't be. Why?
Junpei, I will never forget you. But please, forget me. You need to forget.
You're absolutely right, Harwood. This is why Junpei did not remember this game.
No matter what happens.
When it came time for Virtue's last reward.
I
wow. Way to pay off that little shoestring. That's awesome.
Akane, why?
Closing a loop in a major
I do what
way.
I must to accomplish my goals. That is just how I am.
And you're exactly right.
Even if that means
This is the timeline where
I
Junpei
must
gave her
lose
the
my
ring.
life.
So she still has it. She still loves him in this
I
timeline.
swear I'll make the AB project a success.
Yeah, you will. It's gonna be great. Some may say the best in the series. I don't know that I'd necessarily agree with that. I think they've all been pretty equal in their own way, honestly. And that's the C-Team ending. Apocalypse. Now, curiosity begs the question. What does our flowchart look like now? Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Wait, what? 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 Zero time dilemma is an anagram for me. I'm Zero. I'm Delta. Those cheeky sons of bitches. So there we have everything else in this timeline completed, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, wow. That scene after Apocalypse is called the Circle of Fate, as the game just keeps going around and around and around. That's awesome. So, does anyone have a new scene? Because obviously it's this last story fragment here that we can't get to. But no one has access. We don't press the button here. Curious. Ah, I see. So... time to shift. Okay, that was after the AB game. Where are the boxes? I guess is the question. Yes. Yes, I was, Supa. I remember the codes. Kill button C. Don't press the button. Go in from the pictures. Okay. I'll go in from the pictures. No, you're absolutely right. Oh, duh, because they're not on the fucking timeline yet, because we didn't finish them. You're right. You're absolutely right, Supa. I'm sorry. God damn it. It's been so long since we've seen these scenes that, like, I couldn't remember where we had to go to access them.
Seriously, what the hell is this thing?
Oh, we know.
A force quit box.
It's a force quit.
That. I'm asking what exactly it's going to end.
Whatever it is, we can't do anything unless we have the password. What is it, Carlos?
I just
I
remembered
feel
something.
like
Wait, did I just flash forward through a memory? Sorry, I shouldn't have tried to fast forward there. It's been so long since we've seen these scenes, I might as well just go ahead and let them play out.
What the hell is this thing?
A force quit box.
I know that. I'm asking what exactly it's going to end.
This
Whatever
game.
it is,
It's going to
we
end
can't
everything.
do anything unless we have the password.
A password. Huh.
Okay. Now we'll see what I tried to skip over there with
What
Carlos's
is it,
stupid
Carlos?
flash. Nope, never mind. It was literally nothing. We literally skipped over nothing.
Just remember.
God damn it. What?
The password to open this box.
How do you know?
Just shut up for a second.
Yeah, let me
I
think.
The
God.
password has to be.
Boom, 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 boom. And I wonder if, like, it seems if I'm remembering correctly, everyone's force quit box has different requirements to open. Because theirs is a password, Q Team's is a number code, and the one for, oh wait, never mind.
What the hell is this?
They have two things to
It looks
insert
like a
something
device
as
of
well.
some kind.
Hey, look. Something's appearing on the monitor.
To execute the force quit program, the central control computer must be booted.
Central
Okay.
control computer?
Yeah, that's the one that.
Wait, did we ever see
That's the
something
one
like
that
in
Sean
here?
can interface with, right?
If there isn't, then we're out of luck.
Dead end, huh?
So to speak.
Hey, Carlos, how did you know that password?
You're right.
I'm not sure.
What?
Oh my God! And think about it. Each one of them, they're in the same ward.
This is just
Is
a
that the
guess,
same
but-
box?
Carlos, did you possibly shift from another timeline?
Wait, shift?
Shift. Shift.
Oh my God! So the three teams each get one piece of the puzzle to be able to each contribute to this force quit program.
Oh, so it was like that then.
Hey, come on. You're the only one to figure it.
Sorry, just could you be quiet for a second? I need to think
What
about
the
something.
fuck is happening? Okay, had enough time? Penny for your thoughts. I think you're dead on, Queen. I think that when we go to Diana's team, we're going to be able to do that. But we need to make a stop off with Q Team first.
Been sitting here for an hour, Carlos. Could you maybe share what you've been thinking about?
Do you want to know?
For an hour? Yes, I would really like to
I was
know.
thinking about you, Akane.
Me?
You're, well, to be blunt, really hot.
What the fuck is happening right
We
now?
may never manage to make our way out of the shelter.
No, you're not going to repopulate the
You know
Earth.
what that means, right?
I'm
What
sorry.
the
I'm
fuck?
not sure.
What the fuck?
What the hell are you getting at, you asshole?
Oh, look. A Neanderthal is trying to block my way.
Oh
What?
no.
Wait, what the hell?
Carlos! Ah! No! Please stop this!
I think you're exactly right. Supa. He's gonna get himself killed. By doing the one thing that would make Junpei mad enough to murder. Laying a finger on Akane. Come get me, big boy.
Wait up!
Come get me! Carlos just runs away. I'm sorry, you're right. Yes, he was Kisty.
I suppose I couldn't control myself.
You asshole!
Careful, I'll get you too, big boy. But here in front of the bomb?
What? Is that all you got?
What did you say?
That's the extent of your feelings for Akane? Huh?
Damn you!
was a good one. Oh, I can tell you're finally getting fired up over this. Shut the fuck up!
This is the most animation that we've seen this entire game, and now we know why we haven't seen any animation this entire game. But, interestingly enough, it seems that that plan might actually, not work at all. She just got the fuck beat out of him.
Carlos, are you all right?
Yeah, that was nothing. Anyway. Hey, man. What do you say to a drink?
What?
To clean the slate between us. Come on.
What the fuck?
This one will work fine. Ah, damn it. I blame you for this, Junpei. My hands are all shaky after your brutal punches. Sorry, but could you guys help me clean this up?
What the hell?
It's a plan to get away from us.
Thanks, guys.
Sure.
Guys, it's almost time.
You're right.
What are you gonna do?
Now it is time for you to sleep. When next you wake, know you will have no memory of these past 90 minutes. Pleasant dreams.
I know what they just did. You clever, clever girls. I'll see you in a couple of minutes. Do you know what they just did? Carlos, big boy, has a plan. And that plan's gonna have some fun here in a minute. But first, box number 2. So, we need to activate the central computer in order to progress from here. That's the instructions on the box.
Where are we?
Sean, knows where the central computer is. But in order to access it, we needed to open this panel.
What about that thing?
At the time, we had no idea what the code to this panel could even potentially be, much less what it actually was. And now we know. It's the very same helmet code that opens up Shelmet's Chrome Dome. That's Sean Helmet combined together. Oh wait, no. God damn it, I'm sorry. The computer code isn't the same as the helmet code.
It opened!
Now all we have to do is insert the plug here.
Yep, you got 3 of them inside of your
Where is
head.
this plug?
In my neck.
I think
Wait, so that means we actually need both.
if we input the right numbers here.
How about that?
Wait.
Okay, well, I mean, good news is we know the helmet code too.
Head have anything to do with the plug for this?
Huh.
I should
So
just
this
do it.
literally is where all of the knowledge that you've gained so far in the game
Do you
comes
even
together
know what should go there?
to make a straight shot for the ending. This is it.
The numbers are
When we complete this timeline, we will have finished the game. Huh. Well, let's enter the helmet code. And Mira and Eric are about to be in for a very big surprise. So I don't think they've seen this by this point. Okay. His neck goes up a little bit further than where the helmet connects. Because I was like, what the fuck? It looks like he has a neck.
You're...
Headless. Yes. Get over it. Thankfully, he doesn't have a shotgun to blow us to Kingdom Come, so, you know, we're all right. Yes. Well, in this timeline anyway.
Eric, it's been an hour. Would you just get used to it already?
How are you used to
How
a
can
psychopath?
I?
Right. Forgot.
I mean, it's a robot.
Yes, that's correct. Now let him plug himself into the computer,
Could you maybe
and let's
do
make some magic
something about
happen.
it?
Okay. Let's plug
Is
your
this
cables
better?
in. Wait a minute. But you needed to plug your cables into the
Now
computer.
The shape brings out your eyes.
So this doesn't freak you out or anything at all?
No, he
I
already
could
knew.
say the same to you.
Well, not much phases me. I'm just not that type. You could've
Not the
been a
type to have
Martian
any
for
sort
all
of
I care.
emotions.
Yeah, I was surprised when I first found out. I thought my heart was in my throat.
You don't have a heart.
Hey, hold on.
Then what did I stab a long
Did you
time
say
ago?
when you first found out?
I meant it happened to me before. In the past. In another history.
Another?
I remembered everything
Uh-huh.
when I saw what I looked like earlier.
Because you had to in order to get this far. To know the passwords, to know who Zero was, to know where this computer is, to know everything. This has to be the end of Q's path, or the end of Sean's
You
path.
see, my brain isn't located in this head. My thought center is there.
Yes, exactly, Noble.
Inside the
Eric and
quantum
Mira
computer.
are the only normies
That
here.
is where I think, perceive, and send command signals to this body. For example, when I raise my hand like this, it's simply receiving a command. Just like a remote-controlled toy.
Oh, yeah. I guess,
know,
Super, that would be an even better
The
explanation.
quantum state is one where all possibilities
He just already
overlap
knows all this
and
stuff because the
coexist.
computer has calculated
This
all
quantum
possible
computer,
timelines.
then, is able to use this
It's
state
like-
and run state
It's a lot
simulations
like
A, B,
a
and
plot
C
device they insert
simultaneously.
into this season of Legends of Tomorrow.
My brain is an infinite number of worlds and possibilities. So I can use that framework and, well, jump between other
Oh
histories.
my god! But Team
There's
Q
no
is in the
way.
Quantum
That I could
Computer
do that.
Dome, QCD,
But
the
it's
same letters
possible that
as
you
the
two might
very
be
teams
undergoing
we've
the
been
same
following
thing.
this whole time.
There's
Q
a
team,
theory.
Carlos,
Human consciousness
and Diana.
may be a result of quantum effects
Wow.
in the brain.
Holy
It's called
fuck.
quantum mind. It's more or less suggesting a human brain is a form of quantum computer. If a specific set of conditions
This game
are
is
met,
making you see
then you too can.
initialisms everywhere. I was
other
going to say
histories?
acronyms, but that's not an acronym, it's initialism. Can't say it, it's not a real word.
This sounds like crazy talk.
Oh, don't you worry, boy.
Don't
You're not
believe
supposed to
me?
understand a bit of it.
Of course not.
Oh, I don't blame you.
It's kind of like series of
I
unfortunate
guess
events. If you're not
I
watching
should
on Netflix,
explain
what the fuck is
everything
wrong with you?
then.
Get on that right now.
Please?
And making you see
Start at the
VFDs everywhere. Speaking of those Ds, good God, that jiggle shake is
Before I
just
begin,
the
I
worst.
need to do one
When
last
it's
thing.
placed right underneath the subtitles, you're like, I know I'm supposed to be paying attention to plot right now, but boy, all I can pay attention to is plot right now. See, I told you he hadn't used the fucking cables yet. He made Eric stand at the headless stump for an hour and
did you
still
just
didn't get the
do?
job done.
Just a little something.
Those are more F's, I think. Nice, Noble. And so our cameras are shutting down. By activating the central
Nothing
computer,
changed.
it
That you
shut
can
down.
see. But it looks
the
like
camera
the message
systems?
changed.
Yes, I started up the system earlier.
It says force quit program on standby.
Right.
To initiate, 2 key items must be
Must
set.
be set.
What does
2
that
key
even mean?
items. 2
Wait, it
key
seems like
items.
there's
2
something
key
else.
items. 2
The
key items.
items are.
Something
Mother's
circular.
mementos?
What?
I wonder what those could be.
So, this is saying we need
That
to
might
find
be
them?
Phi's pendant.
Does that that mean there?
But it wasn't originally Phi's pendant.
Even if that's
It belonged
true,
to Diana.
I don't think we have the time.
Damn. Guess our time's up.
That's it. It's Diana's brooch and the birdcage.
Time for you to sleep.
You're absolutely
When
right.
next you wake, know you will have no memory of these past 90 minutes. Pleasant dreams.
What the fuck? You know? You're right about that. And you have to close that timeline by having Diana put that very brooch into the capsule when she sends Phi wherever it is she sends her in the transporter. That's not the box. This is the box. So let's jump back into Force Quit D and insert ourselves into those holes. Brooch. Error. Music box. Bingo. And the mother's mementos are what get inserted in there. Is Diana going to remember that she has twins? And is she going to remember that Phi is her daughter?
Diana?
What's gotten into you?
Oh, Phi!
And they're going to remember too.
No.
Right?
Diana, you're...
Mommy?
Sigma!
Oh, wow.
You don't have to say anything. This is enough for now.
Oh, wow. Like, I don't even care about that box. That was everything I wanted to see. Like, that's exactly what would happen. Also, you kind of want to do the box, though. Like, we didn't really do... Oh, fuck. We didn't really do the box. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. This is... It's the last scene. Are you guys ready? The final decision.
I knew it. Looks like the memories we regained are true after all.
Yep.
The three wards.
Everyone
were
remembers
all in the same
everything now.
place. Then
Then all of the teams should be able to be in the same place
Carlos.
at the same time.
Akane, Junpei.
and Mira and Eric.
And you're Sean, right?
Carlos, what happened?
Proof of friendship.
What?
Anyway,
What?
what are you guys
Doesn't make
doing
any.
here?
What?
According to the schedule, C team and Q team should both still be asleep.
Except for the fact
We
that
took a page out of your book and did what you did.
Carlos's
We used
team
the
did
cards
not because
to
they
keep the
slid
bracelet
the
needle
cards
from
inside the
injecting us.
bracelet when they ducked behind the
does that
bar without
Yeah.
Zero knowing.
I remember everything.
I do too. Junpei and I as well.
Over the past few hours.
Okay, no, I remember, like, I know that. I was just wondering if they were going to tell him the truth. Like,
Well, to be
I was like,
more
no, tell them
accurate,
about your fucking deception.
more like
That was really
we
smart.
accessed the morphogenetic field and downloaded all of them.
Yeah, you did.
Then you have the other history's memories too?
Yes.
Then you're like us.
But why?
Hold up. Eric and I are different.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
You guys are
We
idiots.
didn't gain memories from other histories.
Then neither of you got injected?
No, we're the same as Carlos and the others.
But Carlos is an Esper too.
Maybe I'll start from the beginning.
Maybe you should.
First, so I could run the program in the Force Quit box, I accessed the central control computer.
Right?
Then, I briefly turned off the communication network. That way, I stopped the surveillance cameras from sending any data to Zero.
That was the camera
I
shutting
didn't want
down.
Zero to catch on to what we were doing.
And that's when Sean let us in on the truth of what's going on here.
Uh-huh.
We went over to the transporter room. and
Picked up two cards and did the exact same trick.
Before the injection, we each slipped one between our wrist and bracelet.
Surprisingly smart of you.
Okay. Now you two make sense.
So right now,
But what about you, Sean?
Delta believes that everyone's
Well,
asleep.
you probably already know, but
Except for,
I'm
you know,
a robot.
D-Team.
Being injected does nothing to me.
Then
So you were faking every time.
The time limit approached, I was forced
Oh.
to go into sleep mode.
But because the
Then
computer
my
was down,
memories from the previous 90 minutes were deleted. I didn't want
They
that to
couldn't do that.
happen, so you remember me saying I accessed the computer? Well, I hacked my own system too.
bingo. Made sure
He
that
said he
little trick
managed to
couldn't happen
cancel
no
the
more.
Force sleep and delete functions.
What about C-Team then?
We couldn't interrupt the surveillance cameras, so we had to be sneaky instead.
They just
First,
ducked behind the
Carlos
bar.
pushed me down and climbed on top of me.
He what?
It was just an act. I was only pretending to do it.
Carlos used that moment to whisper in my ear. He said to go to the transporter room and grab the cards in there.
But if I just let her go like that, it looks suspicious. So Junpei and I stayed behind to get Zero's undivided attention. I casually invited Junpei to the power room.
Ran away like a little bitch until he tried to punch you a ton of times.
You
okay.
can see the
So he
results of
wasn't
our
going for
conversation.
murder.
You should have told me what was up.
And there's
If
no
I
way he
had,
could have done that because
Zero would have figured it out.
you're not that good of an actor, Junpei.
You look like you'd be a crap actor.
You nailed it, Carlos. Fucking nailed it.
We met Akane in the lounge. We hid from the cameras and each got a card from her.
Yep. You clever girls.
Sorry, but could I get confirmation on something?
Yes, I imagine so,
Everyone knows
Juno.
What all happened in the other histories, right?
You all died. A lot.
Even you, Mira and Eric?
Didn't Eric say so earlier? Sean told us everything.
So then, Eric, you know that Mira's a murderer. Like a serial killer, like the Heart Ripper.
Why what?
Why do we know about the other histories?
Well, that's probably...
You want to know?
Delta? I also heard a shotgun.
Q?
Hi.
Or maybe it's actually Zero.
Yes, sir.
You are free to call me by my given name, which is Delta.
Hi. Nice to see you
There's
again.
no need to look so
Your
threatened.
son. You know that now,
You're
Mira.
The one who named me, Diana.
Mm-hmm. Mommy dearest.
It doesn't matter. I shall answer your question.
I have
Carlos,
so many.
Kane, Junpei, Diana, Phi, and Sigma. All 6 of you know that you are shifters, correct?
Yep. That's easy enough to see.
Think back on your path to this very moment. Did you arrive in this history by following a normal flow of time?
No. It was very convoluted.
No, of course you didn't. You jumped in.
Hello,
from
Kevin.
another
Welcome.
history
Glad you could join us.
Using your shift abilities. And it wasn't just this once.
No.
You
It
have
was
been
several
shifted
times.
Back and forth.
A
many
long time.
times. From one point in space-time to another.
Mm-hmm.
You boldly took chances. Much like jumping from one tree branch to another. You have
Yes, sir.
forgotten that
We
fact.
are very
Perhaps
close to the end of this game. Like, very close.
One of the side effects of shifting. Regardless, your memories have been kept firmly intact.
Inside the box.
Within the morphogenetic field.
Inside the box?
It is simply that the 6 of you regained the memories of those times. One small trigger, and the levee preventing you from remembering collapsed.
The question on the
Sean
box.
is a similar case. However, his thought center is located
If we were simply asked to
quantum computer.
remember
So I suppose
one
it's
small
slightly
detail that we couldn't possibly know from this timeline,
What about me and Mira?
that
You are both
knocking out of
in that we do not
the
have
support
the ability
causes
to
the
shift.
whole dam to crush in.
You don't?
I have another power instead. The
Being the-
power to mind hack.
Mind hack?
What?
I am able to read other people's minds. I know the thoughts and ideas that go through their heads.
Oh.
That's why I know exactly what Phi is trying to do right now.
Your sister. Yep, she's trying to
Step
set the
away from
brooch
that
in the Force
device,
Quit program.
Then, when we blocked the injection,
I saw
Yes.
through your ruse.
You're exactly right,
why
Juno.
did you-
I wanted all of you to play the final decision game.
The final
Final
decision game.
I find human decisions fascinating.
You know,
More
Quiet,
specifically,
you're very right about
the
that.
world branching
That does sound a lot like
as a
Wesker.
result. I already mentioned that I am unable to shift.
Really?
But after looking inside millions of minds, I learned one thing. There are people in this world with the ability to jump between histories.
And you could use them
Shifters exist.
to change history.
Hence why I know so much about these parallel worlds.
You did all this? Because you were curious?
When a person does something significant, it's difficult to boil the reason down to one word. Their motives are often very complex. It is the same
But
now. To fulfill
what
several objectives,
are those
it
motives?
was necessary to trap all of you.
Why did you do all of this?
So why did you do it?
You want to know?
Yes! That's the whole reason we're fucking here, you
It is
ass!
so you give birth to Phi and myself, Diana.
What?
What do you
What?
mean?
Phi and I are the children of Diana and Sigma.
We know that.
Phi
So is
is-
this yet another
Wait,
of those bootstrap
The
paradoxes
children?
I keep getting referenced?
November 16th, 2029. Phi and I were born in this shelter. This was another history, of course.
Oh. Huh. How about
Shortly
that?
after,
The reason
the
why
atomic
it sounds
bomb
like
that messed
Wesker
up our
is
bodies
because the voice actor
transported
for
to April
Zero is
1904.
DC Douglas, or for Delta, I guess
Transporter was
specifically, is
located in
DC
the
Douglas,
German research facility
the
at
man,
that
the
time.
myth, the Wesker.
Our bodies reconstructed and regenerated in the export pods at that facility.
But that would mean you're actually...
I'm 124.
Jesus!
You're joking.
But Phi is...
A German researcher sent her to 2008. Records indicate that she was part of an experiment.
You're saying Phi jumped back in time from 2029 to the year 1904? And then forward again to 2008?
Doesn't make any...
Technically, what was sent both times was simply the data makeup of Phi's body.
Oh my god, she was in the
Heard
experiment
that
where this whole thing was
2008,
discovered.
The device was being studied in
Huh.
an American facility.
Huh.
That's when an old couple. who
Because
were
the
researchers
technology
took
in this facility is based off of that experiment way back when. That experiment way back when resulted in Phi getting sent into the future.
We've gone off topic. But
Huh.
yes, that was one of the major goals.
Yet another
Everything
fucking
that
circle.
occurred here helped create Phi and myself.
Yeah, it did.
And when I say that, I am including all of the other histories.
Yeah, everyone had to die, everyone had to be trapped, everyone had to go through everything that they went to get to where we are right now.
Your current forms?
Sean, you should already know about epigenetics. You see, environmental factors determine which switches are activated within the genetic code. Reproductive cells are the same. Or perhaps I should say that the reproductive cells are the ones most affected.
What? Let me read that again. Environmental factors determine which switches are activated within genetic codes. Reproductive cells the same. So by getting it on in these conditions,
Oh, I get it.
that's what gave Sigma,
That's why you made Diana and Sigma play the
or,
decision game. What do you mean?
yeah, because they
By
fuck.
backing them into a crisis situation?
Two espers fucking in a very bad situation
Epigenetic change within their reproductive cells.
makes them create a
I
person who
think
can apparently
that's
mind
why their
hack.
children were born with unique powers.
No, I didn't forget. I just wanted to reread that, make sure I was reading it correctly,
This is the
because
reason I
we had a feeling that was the case, but that was actual biological explanation. So I just wanted to make sure that I was reading that right.
Shifter.
Yep. So they each got half the powers. If they had been born as a
DT.
single sibling,
Do you recall what was written on your wall?
perhaps it would have been someone who could shift and read minds. When a
a
curious hate
curious
oozes
hate
calamity.
oozes calamity.
Rearrange the letters and you
Rearranging
get...
the letters gives you
No way.
Yeah, Connie's gonna get that
What
first.
you choose can materialize us.
Our decisions will bring you to life.
Yep.
That is why the decision games were held. so that the Phi and me, here now, would materialize exactly the way we are.
No, but... Okay, so I get why you had to have Diana and Sigma go through life or death decisions. But the rest of us had nothing to do with...
I already told you. My motives are complex.
What? Wait, there's more?
That's not an answer.
Fuck you, you goddamn old man!
Fine, no!
That's your brother. Fuck you, brother. Oh, wow. Anime kick right to the face. But I guess we're not gonna get any more answers out of him this day, because Phi just decided to kick him in the fucking face. And Eric's got the gun. God damn it, Eric's got the gun! God damn it, Eric!
What?
Diana, take this. Put it in. Your bluebird, too.
She called it a bluebird
It's
there,
ready.
not the music box. I wonder if typing in bluebird would have worked.
Key items were set.
Okay.
Executing
Force quit program.
10
We did it.
until explosion.
Until what? I'm sorry. Until what?
What?
Oh no!
The hell? What is this?
Hey, answer me! What's with that announcement?
Did you win anyway?
Must I explain? This shelter will soon explode.
Uh-huh.
You've worked so hard, only to turn on this facility's self-destruct mechanism.
Sean, access the central control computer.
Force quit.
No use.
To force quit
Once
the
the force
program
quit program
would in
has
this
been
case
activated,
be
there is no possible way for
kill
you
the
to
notary game.
reverse it.
Destroy it all.
What can we do?
I will tell you two good things.
What?
First, I suggest checking behind the bar counter.
We've got 10 minutes. It's plenty of time.
No!
What?
Why would you?
Who's dead? Somebody's dead.
Ab's been...
Okay, shoot him. Shoot him now. Shoot him now. Shoot that motherfucker right now in his stupid fucking face. Kill him. Kill that man right now.
Life left in him anyway.
You monster!
I never expected to hear that coming from you, Sean.
So what's the other thing? You had two things to tell us.
I have the ability to mind hack.
We already know that.
And that means that Eric is gonna turn that gun around, isn't he?
Reading other people's thoughts isn't the only thing I can do with mind hacking. It only lasts a moment, but I am able to control someone's body as I wish.
Yep.
Like this.
Did he just make Eric shoot him? Oh my god, he did. No more answers for you, motherfuckers. That's it. Game over, man. Game over.
Eric, why?
No, for real, my finger just...
Mind hacking.
Yep. Mind hack.
Understand now.
Hashtag
This
mind hacked.
Is my
Hashtag my motives are complex. God damn it.
So, let's begin. Your final decision game. You have two choices. One,
We can stay here and explode,
stay here and wait.
or we can shift. We can shift.
Other is
We can shift out of here. And never have played this game at all. Oh my god, am I right?
Hey! What's the other option? What's the other option?
Leave. We can leave. There is a timeline where we all lived. There is a timeline where we all can escape to. There is a timeline where every single person made it outside alive and well, including Sean.
What about the X door?
And how exactly should we open it?
That we all can jump
Unless 6 people
to.
die, it's gonna stay closed. Or should we start killing each other now?
Mira?
I have an idea.
I'll bet you do, girly.
We're going to shift, all of us, together.
Hey, hold on.
Including the ones that can't
jumping to
jump,
another
right?
history?
Like, are you gonna bring them along or are you just gonna leave them here? That would be pretty great if they
Eric
just
and
left
I-
them here.
I'm sure it will be fine.
Oh yeah, I'm
Remember
sure.
what I
I'm
said?
totally sure it'll be absolutely fine. We'll believe in the
Consciousness
power
may
of
be a
friendship
result
and
of quantum effects in the brain.
Oh, yeah. You said if certain conditions are met, we can also...
yeah.
What are the
yeah, it'll make you feel better.
First,
make you feel better,
we need
right?
to be exposed to danger. And
Well-
the other one is
To be in the vicinity of a group of shifters.
Okay, I guess that's
get it.
fair. I guess that's fair. If there's 6 of them working together,
which
they
history are
should
we
be
going
able
to
to
jump to?
drag the other 2
None of
along.
the similar histories will work. One team is likely to be
No.
dead after the vote.
I know exactly where we
Shift
go.
if there are no bodies
I
for us
can't
to
believe it.
jump
I
to.
can't fucking believe it.
We need to jump to where all of us are alive.
But I know exactly where we're gonna go.
Alive.
Do you mean
Yeah, there. The coin flip. The very first ending that we got in this entire game.
Where we won the coin toss.
That's the real ending.
3 minutes until explosion.
I'm not sure I get it all, but it's a good idea.
What are you saying? There's no way we can
Oh,
do
I
that.
love this game so
Why
much.
not?
Shift isn't simply jumping into bodies in different histories.
It's sending the oh my god, we're gonna send the people who just won that game here, and they're gonna fucking explode in minutes. Fuck those other us's. Send them here.
Hair off in another history. They do the coin toss once and win.
And they get sent right here to be fucking exploded.
Mira, you're saying they, but we're talking about ourselves here.
But we're not though. We're talking about an ourselves that haven't been scarred by this entire process.
Really are us.
Good point.
They're not you.
If we assume
They never
that we
will
here
be
are the
you.
true versions,
At least
then
not the you that
the us
exists
and the
right
other
now.
history are
The you that you are
essentially
currently trying to
strangers.
save.
Even more of a reason not to.
If we shift to that history, then we're tossing the others under the bus to save ourselves.
I'm okay with it.
the us in
Let's
that
roll.
history have done nothing wrong? I mean, the only thing they did was win at a coin toss.
And
could say
for
the same
being the
for
grand
us.
winner.
The only thing we did was
Why are we still deliberating this?
Even so,
We have to be down to like 3 minutes left.
we've been forced to put our lives on the line.
Besides, aren't the bodies in the other histories ours anyway?
Technically.
Then why should we second guess ourselves?
Huh.
What a moral conundrum. That's actually a really interesting question. What would you do
We're out of time.
if knowing it would cause a version of yourself to
We
die?
have 2 choices. We can stay here and wait for our deaths, or survive by sacrificing our other selves in another
Oh yeah,
history.
no, I'm absolutely gonna explode first, Supa.
That's
I'm absolutely 1000% gonna explode first.
The final decision game.
Do we kill 9 innocent, like 1000% innocent people? Well, except for Mira, because she's still a murderer. To save ourselves. Wait, what? Have they just resigned themselves to being killed here, huh? Mira's like, whatever. I'm okay with it. And there it goes. The explosion of the quantum computer that eventually engulfs the world and destroys 8 billion people. Ah, isn't that glorious? All sections cleared. Excellent. Let's go ahead and save. I know. Wasn't it just, Queen? We'll go all the fuck the way back down here and into the final decision game for one last choice.
And
Go ahead and make it all the way to the end of that, because that was a very long scene. So what happens if we shift? Is it going to ask me where to go? Fuck. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. The final scene. The last scene in the Nonary games. When I push this button, the game is over. This is the real ending. The payoff.
Damn, I
12:06.
can't remember anything.
Don't worry.
Neither.
You will remember it all
Neither
very
can I.
shortly.
It somehow feels like I'm in a bet with someone.
Oh God, no, Queen. I would never do that. I would never, ever, ever do that.
Kind of bet.
That is so fucked up. Do a break for like coming back to a 15-minute scene?
All forget what happened?
Hey, could I ask all of you something?
Who's that
is
kid?
this kid?
His name's Sean. Don't worry, he's cool. Okay, now we should get a big old shower of fucking Esper Souls. Bingo. Not intentionally. I have never done that intentionally, okay? Never knowing that there was only 15 minutes on the other side. That is just a dick move. I have absolutely done a break at the middle of a crucial point, but never knowing intentionally there was only a couple of minutes left. Yes! Yes, really, Dan. I can't believe you would accuse me of doing that.
Did we do it?
We're not wearing the bracelets, so I don't know the time. But
Judging by the position of the sun, it's probably noonish.
I'm going to guess, Dan, that Delta didn't make it out of this one because there's no way Delta would have put himself outside of this facility, and also the he can't shift. He's dead. So well, he can't shift and he's dead. So he couldn't have come along with us either. Delta doesn't make it out of this facility.
Unfair. Don't you think?
What? Except as Zero. Because Zero is alive in this timeline.
17 years ago, a snail traveled down a narrow path in the park.
We know.
If that snail hadn't been there,
Mira wouldn't have killed Eric's mom.
all of you here would have lived a completely
Eric's father wouldn't have killed Eric's brother.
Just one small snail, and everyone's lives, even the world, changed.
Yep.
So, what's the big deal?
Oh, would you just quit talking nonsense?
Hello, Poochie.
I'm so glad you were safe.
I know. I can't believe he killed the fucking dog.
You all have shifted in from another history.
Whatever. We gotta call the cops.
And what exactly will that accomplish?
Isn't it
No
obvious?
one's been murdered here.
We're throwing you
Nothing
in
has
a
happened.
slammer.
He has nothing to be. Yeah.
Murder.
Nothing. Who? Who died? He gets away with it. He gets away with the whole fucking thing because in this timeline that normal people are going to be aware of, nothing ever
In
happened.
the other histories,
They don't matter.
Did you not pay attention? I don't have the ability to shift.
He'll never know
The
what he
only
did in those other
reason I know
timelines.
Anything of those histories.
Except, of course, to be able to read other people's minds. But yeah.
I mind hacked you. In effect, the me you know is a different person than the one before you.
Mm-hmm.
Can I be charged for killing someone in another history?
Especially when that person is
So,
technically alive right
then
now.
I'd say this world would be full of criminals of all kinds.
What about conspiracy to commit?
Yeah. I'm betting this history's got a bunch of dangerous machines and gimmicks all over the shelter.
I guess that's true.
Unfortunately, I have removed them all.
Using his army of
You
Cubots.
slept for quite a while. Nothing is left in the shelter. No transporter, no quantum computer. Loaded into a truck and taken away. Sean is able to move right now due to radio signals received from a satellite.
Okay.
Why? Aren't you happy? I say again, in this history, not a single person has died.
The virus
But
wasn't
I
released.
Exist,
And there will never be a reason for the outbreak of Radical 6.
There is only a bright future ahead for all of us.
We did it.
Is this not what you'd call a happy end?
This is what we set out to do in VLR.
But
congratulations.
According to you, all of mankind will die if time passes and nothing is done.
religious fanatic, a terrorist attack that sparks a nuclear war.
I heard this story. You said you released Radical 6 so that you could kill that person.
The me before you did not say that, but I can't deny it's true.
Radical 6 won't spread throughout the world in this history.
That means that fanatic guy won't die.
Wait, so now humans will go extinct?
Hey, where's that happy future you mentioned?
Interesting. Does that make you angry, Fi?
What?
If so, then we have a serious contradiction. I had prepared a future in another history where 2 billion would survive.
VLR.
But yet, you decided to jump to this history. That means you chose a future where humanity goes extinct. Over 6 billion dead.
No, you're wrong, Delta. Nothing in the future has been determined yet. We'll shape the future with our own hands.
Because they're escaping here
You
as
said something
fully
I
blown
can get
espers.
behind, Carlos.
I think so too.
I agree.
Okay.
And a
me
quantum
too.
computer.
Mira. You're right. The future has infinite possibilities.
If we work together, we can accomplish anything.
Humanity's gonna die out? Screw that.
We'll definitely change that horrible future.
What's so funny?
Just that.
What the hell do you mean?
I'm sure I told you in another history that my motives are complex. Imagine, what if none of you had experienced the events? that
then we would be exactly as we had in Payoff Part 1, where none of us could remember anything. We weren't
change the future.
aware of our powers. We had no
goals
ability to do anything.
All of this was to get you into that frame of mind.
Interesting.
It's all going according to plan, without a single casualty. I created a future where mankind will be saved.
By you. By us.
Does that upset you?
By his
Are
own
you
sister.
angry that your life was played with?
That you are leaving here
Very
stronger
well.
than when you came?
I will
You
give
shouldn't.
all of you one last choice.
Kill me.
With that gun there, you will be able to choose whether to kill me now or allow me to leave. I promise I won't use mind hacking on you. You are free to decide. Which shall it be? Pull the trigger or let me go. The fates of you, me, and mankind are all on the line. This is the decision game.
And that's the end. I don't get to make that choice. Only you do. Rounds of applause. So many rounds of applause right now. I can't believe it. We did it. I can't even escape. Like, I can't. These credits are auto-rolling. I can't do anything. I got nothing. I got no control, no escape. There is zero escape from the final credit sequence. No, Juno, I believe that that decision is something that you make for yourself. Whether Carlos actually kills him there at the end. David Roach, Jody Good, Karen Strassman, Matt Mercer, Rachel Kimsey, Rena Strober. All amazing voice actors who lent their voices here. Julia Aram, Kyle Aram, Kirk Thornton, Valerie Aram, and of course, DC Douglas. Interestingly enough, Supabase, when you say that, it kind of makes sense that we lose our perspective there. Because if we're no longer being mind hacked, then Zero can't know what's going on inside of Carlos's brain and would have no way of knowing whether he was going to kill him or not. And yes, Noble, that's exactly right. The entire Nonary game, well, the last two Nonary games, were all being played out by us. They ended up bringing us into the game anyway. And so then what does that mean for the after credits scene for VLR? Where Akane is very much talking to her super old kid. Oh, right. Not Akane's kid. It was Sigma's kid. I'm sorry. Jesus. As if this game hasn't just dumped 1,000 miles of information, 1,000 years of information even, to us throughout this. I apologize. But, Noble, what's to say that Delta didn't just live that long? He's already 132. Or however, 100 something. Oh yeah. Diana gets gravity sickness on the moon and dies in 3 years. And we know that Brother is still a threat in the future because of what we heard. Yeah, Brother is supposedly very much still alive by the time we reach VLR, unless it's a different, you know, like it's just a title that gets passed on after Delta passes, but like Delta Brother should very much still be active in VLR. Spike Chunsoft. What an amazing company that made an amazing game series. I'm not quite going to give the out spiel just yet, because I want to see if there is more. It's thanks to the support of our fans that this project was completed. We thank you from the bottom of our hearts. No, Zero Escape staff. We thank you for 3 amazing games. CQD. Ending number 2. Completed. And that's all of the endings. Bookended by the payoff QCD ending number 1 and QCD ending number 2. God damn, that's great. That's amazing. That's wonderful. So, Supa, you were saying to go back and read the cinema files. Oh, that would be inside of here. So let's see what that would allow us to do.
I am able.
Stop. Files. Cinema. Oh. Holy shit, we have a lot now. Okay. So, post-payoff. Let's go with post-apocalypse. Fate, this must be fate. Diana smiles weakly but from the bed at Sigma's question. Don't you remember you told me that yourself? Mia never said it. Yes, the Sigma who is 67 inside, Diana says, shifts her frail hand closer to Sigma, and he gently grasps it in his own. Sigma before her was not the one who was trapped inside the shelter. It was the same body, but a different consciousness. In 2029, Sigma was the headquarters of Crash Keys. His ion arms replaced her with robotic ones. There, the young Sigma returns to his body from 45 years in the future and begins to carry out Akana's instructions. I had always dreamt of coming here. Did you know that Diana was the name of the goddess of the moon? I've wanted to do this ever since I was little, so I'm perfectly fine with dying here. What are you saying? I've been saying that I've been able to spend the last 3 years living with you, Sigma. I've treasured every moment. Aw, this is the one where they get it on. Please don't make that face. You don't need to be sad. In the year 2074, you will shift back to Christmas Day, 2028. The next day, Omi will head to Decom facility in Nevada Desert. Meet you. Aw, that's not it. I mean, I'm in love with you. It must be a wonderful future. The future where we found each other in 2028. Aww. And then the other Phi. Baby Phi was indeed transported from 1904 to 2008. But a Phi remained in 1904. What happened to that Phi? Rumor has, she became a brilliant scientist and worked at a research facility in the US well into her 100s. That facility was researching a transporter, and that's from where 1904 was sent. Huh. So basically, Phi sends herself into the future. Post-payoff for Carlos. The day is bright and clear. A girl in a white dress strolls along the beach, the wind tossing her long blonde hair playfully. Up until half a year ago, she had been confined to a bed. Carlos's eyes tear up every time he sees her smile. Oh my God, Maria! Carlos may save Maria! Carlos brushes her hair out of her face. It's definitely not the summer sun that's making him act out of sorts. It's the fact that her sister is just standing here right before him right now. Maria grins up at him. What would Akane and Junpei say if they saw you being all fussy like this? It's fine. They understand how important you are to me. Both you and Junpei put your lives on the line, but that's a different history. But going through that means we know how to treat reverie syndrome now. I can't believe you have the ability to jump through space and time. I'm just glad you're able to control it now. I guess he's talking about the group. It's all because Carlos met Akane and Junpei and that Maria was able to recover. He wishes he could just show them how well she was doing. You're thinking about them right now, aren't you, Carlos? What makes you say that? Because you're smiling. Carlos's eyes had been an unconscious smile. Carlos closed his eyes as the unconscious smile turns fond. Yes, they were just about your age. And it kind of feels like I've gained a brother and another sister. You are going to their wedding, aren't you? Yes, and you're coming with me. Oh my God, they did get wedding. They did get married. Akane and Junpei, in this timeline, they get married. He held his right hand towards Akane and Junpei, and the other two grabbed onto it without their knowing. There was no way of knowing if Delta was telling the truth, but if he was, one fanatic would kill off all of humanity. Akane and Junpei vowed to help find this person, and Carlos had offered to help. He could still feel the strong bond between the three of them, and their hands clasped tightly together. I suppose I better get used to talking more before the wedding, huh? Holding her hair out of her face, Maria reached out to her brother, who takes her hand in his, and they continue walking down the beach. The same blue sky stretches above them. Over friends Carlos knows he can truly rely on. That's awesome! Okay, and now we have Akane and Junpei post-credits scene. Junpei sits on a white sofa somewhere with a secret location of crash keys, twiddling a pen and sighing. What else could I say? What are you doing, Junpei? She playfully teases. Gah! I'm writing my vows. God. Oh. It's an invitation to the wedding. Let's see here. Carlos, without you, Akane and I would never have gotten together. Thank you. Is this an invitation to the wedding? No, it's most certainly not. It's not like I like him or anything. Gah! It's just a progress report, Junpei mutters. Oh yeah, I mentioned the wedding, but the date hadn't been said yet. I made a promise to you and your brother, right? We wouldn't get married until we've dealt with this fanatic. Akane's face flushes bright red. She hastily hides her face behind the letter and goes back to reading. I'd like nothing more than to get the approval and blessing of our old friends, and those of you we met 6 months ago. Eyes wide, Akane glances up at Junpei. He avoids her gaze, awkwardly scratching the back of her head, as Junpei has always done when he feels super awkward. You know, there's a history where I keep searching for you even after I'm old and craggly. It still exists out there somewhere. That's the VLR timeline. How that hurts. What are you doing to prove to you this isn't a dream? You still can't believe we're together like this, can you? Now, you've changed a lot, Junpei. Half a year ago, you were never this honest. It's like, I don't want to describe it. It's like a dream. Now you've done it again. Junpei leans in and pinches Akane back. She darts forward and goes after Junpei with both hands, getting in a pinch of whatever she can. And Junpei does the same. Once they start laughing, it's very hard to stop, and they keep going until they're both out of breath. Oh, the happy couple is finally in love. That makes me happy. Hey, Mira, how are you feeling? Are you lonely? Come on, Eric, you visited last week. Eric smiles widely and reaches out to Mira with his left hand. She does the same, and on their hands with a match of silver rings aligning on either side of the plexiglass window. I brought a new guest to see you today. Eric shifts to the side and a head pops into view. Hey Mira, long time no see. It's Sean, right? Yeah, I'm happy you remembered. Behind Mira, the sun is shining through an iron-barred window leading up to the visitor's room. It's been a long time, Sean. It's good to see you. The smile that appears on her face is real. Mira no longer needs to plaster on a fake one. When I heard you turn yourself in, I was really surprised. Eric was the one who convinced me. He said I should pay for my sins so we could be together. So that's why you got married in jail. Eric duds his head slightly. Are you sure you're okay with this? Mira asks. He looks at her in confusion. Do you regret marrying me? I did carve out your heart in another history. Isn't that what you said, Sean? Eric looked Mira straight in the eyes. I've already told you a bunch of times, I forgive you no matter what happens. Besides, you haven't killed me in this history yet, right? Yet, Mira says. But the Heart Rippers killed many people already, so many. Sean, stop it. Eric turns angrily to Sean, and Mira's face falls into a frown, but Sean continues speaking. You've turned yourself in, Mira, but that doesn't mean you paid for all the crimes you did. I doubt the family and friends that you left behind would forgive you now, that even if you were on death row. There's no way you can clear your sins here, but there is a way to clear them. Well, not what you've already done technically. You'll still have to pay for those your whole life, but maybe in another universe. Suddenly, Sean's fist crashed through the window. Ah! Mira jumps back and Eric is frozen in shock. What are you doing? Eric can't even finish speaking before Sean moves. Jumping through the broken window, he kicks the outside wall of the visitor's room, causing it to crumble and reveal a giant hole. An alarm immediately starts blaring. Sean darts forward, takes them all down in a blink of an eye as police officers rush into the room. He holds his hand out to Mira. Do you trust me? Where are we going? To the place the transporter is stored. You're saying we can go change history? To stop a young Mira from committing her very first murder. Mira, I'm pretty sure that's the only way you can clear all of this. Mira stares out through the hole of the wall, the horizon, extending beyond. And that's the game, ladies and gentlemen. Does Mira make amends for herself? Does Sean's last olive branch truly reach the heart of a psychopath? We may never know. But in the meantime, that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of the Nonary games. The entire series. And I can't believe that it's finally here. Transporter also explains Alice and Clover getting back at the end of VLR. Ooh, interesting point, Supa. No. Surprisingly. There was not. At least I didn't see it. That was it. That was all the scenes. Because I kept scrolling. That was it. Huh. For Sigma, Diana, and Phi. Curious. Let me just triple check. Oh, shit. I think the game just crashed. Ha! 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 Well, that's just appropriate as all get out. And we just force quit the game. I don't think I did. I definitely hit load game. I'm pretty sure I definitely hit load game. But yeah, no, there were no other post-credit sequences. Sigma, Diana, and Phi just get to live together happily forever, we'll say. And hopefully they have nothing to do with Spike Chunsoft's upcoming post-apocalyptic game that we'll get to see. Huh. I'll be damned, Kisty. You're right. That image is a whole lot different now than when we first started, huh? Interesting. So anyway, let's wrap this thing up in a nice, pretty little bow, shall we? I can't believe that the Nonary games are officially over. When we first started this series, I found it by finding this very game on Steam, realizing that it was the end of a trilogy, and desperately needing to know what the fuck was going on here. Because when you see the trailer for this game by itself, you're like, oh wow, a murder mystery game that has a little bit of puzzling and escape room stuff. I can't wait to play it. And then you realize, holy shit, this whole story makes absolutely zero sense unless you know their other two games. The other two games were only available on portable at the time, so we couldn't play them. And I had to wait. I had to wait and wait and wait in that timeline until we were able to go back and play it. And now we've done it. We've beaten the Nonary games. And what an amazing series it was. Like, I cannot remember the last time I have played a series that genuinely affected, like capital A affected me as much as this game has. I've thought and thought and thought about this game. I've tried so hard to figure out what was going on here. Thank you so much for the sub, Noble. I appreciate it. This game has been such a part of my thinking for the last couple of months that I don't know what's going to happen when we don't have it anymore. We've been so trying to figure out what the fuck, what complex motives could be going on here. And now we're done. No, I turned it off, Queen. I definitely turned it off. Stay off. Oh my God. What a great game series. It had so many twists and turns and plot devices that paid off in so many different places that I can't thank Spike Chunsoft enough for making a game that feels like it was tailor-made for me. Really, really and truly. Because I loved every single goddamn minute of it. As frustrating as some of those puzzles were, as annoying as some of those pieces of writing and voiceover works kind of got at times, I loved every second of playing these games. And I cannot wait for whatever Spike Chunsoft has next up their sleeve, because it's coming this year. Zanki Zero. It's coming. And it will be coming to PC. And we will be playing it, ladies and gentlemen, right here on the show later this year when it comes out. So be on the lookout for any news about it, because I sure as shit am. I am actually looking for that trailer right now, because I think that that's actually going to be a really great way for us to go out for the night, by playing that trailer that's going to get us ready for the return of Spike Chunsoft. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to begin the signing off process, switch over to the video, and we'll play that credit scene into the good night screen. Does that sound good? That sounds good to me. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for watching tonight and this entire series. If you enjoyed this game, give it to your friends. I feel like that's going to be the best way to really get across to somebody else how awesome this game series is to give it to them. They're super cheap on Steam, and you'll have links down below if you're watching this on YouTube. If you're watching this on Twitch, this amazing journey was supported by you watching right now, giving me support and hints and love and codes and chat and all no ends of hell. I can't thank you guys enough. This truly is the best timeline. Thank you all so much for watching, everybody. As always, we'll see you next time.